due to South Africa's large size, the country experiences many different climatic conditions, and as a result, we get a lot of different vegetation in South Africa, and in turn, lots of different environmental habitats or biomes. Now, if you look across South Africa, the biomes that we find specifically are forest, fynbos, which we're most familiar with here in Cape Town, the grassland, the Namakuru, which is the one that we drove through on our way to the Orange River earlier this year, the savanna, the succulent Karoo, and the desert regions, which is where we ended up when we went to the Orange River earlier this year. Now, what you are going to do, ladies, is you are going to work in pairs and you're going to create a movie detailing the information about a specific biome. Your information is going to be used to fill in a table similar to this, and each of you is going to need to have a completed table like this at the end of the project. Now, the first thing you need to do is you need to be able to identify these different terms: biomes, ecosystem, biotic factor, abiotic factors, including physical, edaphytic, and physiogeographic factors, food chains and webs, and energy pyramids. So what I would like you to do is I'd like you to stop the movie right now. I would like you to get out your textbook, and I would like you to look for specific definitions of that terminology. If you can't find it in your textbook, Google it. But what I would like to see tomorrow when you come into class is a list of the definitions of those terminologies. Right, now what you're going to do is you are going to complete initially a storyboard. Now your storyboard is your script. It's what is going to go into your ultimate movie. So, in terms of guidelines, there is specific stuff that we expect you to include, and that's what we want to check prior to your movie being made, so that you're not making a movie that doesn't have what is important in it. Okay. You must have a map of your particular biome, where it fits in South Africa, where it's found, so that everybody can see its position. You need to think of the characteristics of your particular biome. What are its climatic conditions? What are the vegetation types that we find there? What are the particular things that threaten your biome? Human activity, climate change, whatever it happens to be. You need to distinguish between what is a biome and what is an ecosystem. You need to identify the families found in your biosystem. What are their characteristics? How are they adapted to that particular environment? You need to look at how food pyramids in your biome function. What are the different trophic levels? How does the energy flow? You then need to look at the human impact. So what is it that we are doing that impacts on this ecosystem? How are we changing things? Are we changing things? Is it better? Is it worse? What are the impacts? So when you put your storyboard together, you need to make sure that it covers all of the content. It has your movie, it has your map, it has the abiotic factors, it has 2 specific plants, 2 specific animals, it has the decomposers. You've looked at food pyramids, you've looked at energy levels, okay? You've looked at the threat of human activity, all right? And you've laid it out in such a way that it all makes sense. You'll hand that in, that document. Either Ms. Dalim or I will have a look at it, will guide you in terms of where you're falling short, where you're coming together. So your first setup of marks will be from the storyboard, and then you will actually turn it into a movie, and you will hand in the movie, and we will show the movie to the whole class. So that's where the last bit of the rubric comes from in terms of your marks. And then each of you, while you watch each other's movies, will fill in this table, so that by the end of it, everybody has all of the information pertaining to your biome. Right, for tomorrow's lesson, as I've said, what I would like to see is those definitions completed, and then what we will do in tomorrow's lesson is we will pair you off and you will start to do the research and start pulling together your storyboard. So hopefully we can get as much of this done as quickly as possible.